Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave, and today we're continuing our playthrough of Midway Solitaire Deluxe Edition from Decision Games. Alright, well, we had the battle up in the Aleutians on our last turn, so we're ready to see what we got left to do here. And the next one up is the Solomons. Okay, so we got to see what's going to happen there. So, on the Solomons, we start with the Japanese search segment. I do have a task force there. And they have an IGN base, so they're going to get a chance to see if see if they see my task force or not. They don't have any task forces out here. And, yep, nothing. So I've eliminated all their task forces. So they really, the only thing they have is their land base right now. Okay, so let's see if they spot us. A one or two is a successful search. Oh, one. They spotted my task force. That's unfortunate. I thought I might get out of this one pretty quick. Okay, so we're spotted, but again, they don't know that we're there, so there's no movement to do. I can do my reaction. So Task Force 17 has the Yorktown left in it. I can put my fighters up as cover, and that's all I got. Now we go to the air launch segment. Okay, so all they have are land-based. So let's put them out here. They have a G4M Betty. They have some Zeros. They have some Navy bombers that came over there. And some Navy bombers that came over there. The Shoho and the Zukako. Okay, so they are now going to, we're going to roll to see if they're going to attack or not. Okay, so let's start with the land bomber. A 1-2 is no attack or no launch. A 5 is task force. Okay, so I'm putting him on the attack task force. Okay, here I have the Shoho's dive bombers. A 1 is a no launch. Nope, it's a 6. A 6 is attack the objective. So they're going to attack the objective. We'll put him on the objective. All right, I got another bomber. Let's see what they get. And they got a 3, and a 3 is attack the task force. Okay. Now we got their fighters. We're going to roll to see what they're going to do. These are land fighters. And he gets a 4. And a 4 is escort. So they're on escort duty. Okay. And of course my P-40 was on cap over the task force. All right. So now we move into the mutual combat. And we start with air to air. So I have my Wildcats, and I'm going to send them after the Val dive bombers. That's who I'm attacking. I need a 1 or 2 to hit. Oh, 4. No hit. Okay, he gets to fire back. A 1 or 2, he hits me. Oh, a 1. They shut me down. Okay, so I lost my Wildcats too. Okay, that brings up. So his fighters don't get to do anything. So we do anti-air. So let's start with the objective. Has no anti-air, so I can't do anything there. But my ships, I have the Yorktown, I have a cruiser and a destroyer. The Yorktown needs a 1 or 2 to hit, and he'll fire at the dive bombers from the Zuikaku. 6, nothing. And the cruiser's firing also at them. 1, they hit them. Okay, so they took damage. And the destroyer's firing. He needs a 1 to 3. He'll fire at those same dive bombers. 4. So didn't do any damage there. Okay. So that's all my anti-air step. Now we go air-naval step. So these bombers are attacking my aircraft carrier. The valves are first. They need a 1 to 3 to hit. Of course, they hit. Okay, so we got to roll. And this is a 1 to 3 is damaged, and a 4 to 6 is sunk. 2, they damaged me. Okay, and now the bomber's bombing him. He gets a 1 to 2 to hit. 4, no hit. Okay, so the Yorktown is now damaged, and he goes into the damaged units. All right. And now we have the dive bombers attacking the Solomon Islands, and he needs a 1 to hit. He gets a 6, no hit. Okay. So we send everybody back now. Of course, the Americans don't have anything to send back. So we have damaged bombers, a good bomber, and a fighter squadron all going back to Rabaul in the Solomons. Okay. We check the Japanese morale segment. There was no amphibious assault. There is nothing over there to do there for that. Okay. For each carrier, light carrier battleship eliminated on this route, there's 2. Let's see. This is, checking this. If for each since the last morale segment. So no, nothing new got done. So they don't have a morale segment. So they go into the logistics segment. Okay. All right, so they're going to try. The base is fine, so they're going to repair and carrier units. So they had their carrier unit. Must randomly pick 1, and we roll for that. Okay, so their repair table, 1 to 5, no effect. A 6, they start. And this will be for the Zuikaku. So that's the one they're going to try to repair first. He's the bigger carrier. Okay, here we go. 1, no effect. Okay, so they don't get anything repaired. And so I move into G1 now. G1, reorganize, create, recruit, replace naval aircraft, replace a land aircraft, replace a coastal defense unit. Okay, I can replace a land aircraft. And so I'm going to do these P-39s right here. Okay. And Naval Air Search. So I could do a Naval Air Search here, or I could do one up here. and try to see if I can get those guys. These guys are not spotted, by the way. And try to hit that invasion force again with my stuff from the Saratoga, or seaplane search, or really trying to decide what to do here. Really not thrilled with any of this right now. I'm in such a defensive mode because my planes have been hit so hard. What have I got over here? I got a Hornet and Enterprise are here on the island, along with that P-40. So all I have are fighters there. I got a couple bombers. I really don't see anything that I want to do. And operation-wise, I'm going to make some movements, I think. So I don't think spotting anybody. These guys are all automatically spotted because they're in the same square there. The only ones that would help me up there, but really it's not helping me any up there, because I don't plan on attacking them right now. I want to I got to get some stuff. I got to help Midway out of here, I think, if I can. He's got 3 sets of fighters right now. So what do we do? I think I can't reach that air base there to hit him. So I think I'm not going to do anything for G2. I think I'm going to let this sit. I just don't have anything I need to spot right now. Doing my naval operations, I can select one route. Task Force 1, I don't have that carriers out there yet to build me a new task force, which is what I want to do. And 16 is kind of laying back here. I do have that cruiser there that could move. And I think, kind of thinking that may be what I need to do is I'll move him here and Task Force 1 also. And this bomber, the land-based bomber, can also come down to here. I'm going to send those guys down out of there. Okay, so that was my route, my active route there. And I guess I have to pick a chart here because I could have gotten attacked by a submarine moving from the west coast to Pearl Harbor. And, yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. So I get to roll. I have a cruiser there. And in Task Force 1, I had my destroyer. No, that's a battleship. Oh, I'm glad I moved him up there now. Okay. All right. So, if I roll a 1 or 2, just double checking again. But I believe if I roll a 1 or 2, they abort. Yes. We roll a 1 or 2, the submarine's aborted. Oh, it's a 1. All right. So no submarine attack. Get rid of that. That gets us all the way to the G4 now. And on G4, we're going to try to repair a damaged naval unit. Select up to 2 U.S. naval units in there. So I got 2 carriers we're going to try to get fixed. The Lexington and the Yorktown. So here we go. The white die is for the Lexington. The black die is for the Yorktown. A 1 to 3 is no effect. A 4 to 6, they get repaired. Hey, 2 to 3. No effect. I acted like something good happened. Okay. That gets us to the administrative phase. He's not spotted anymore. And that one comes off the board. Oh, I know what I should have done. I should have picked my next one on my G2 segment. Man, what was I thinking? I would have already known. Okay, here we go for the next segment. And it is Moresby. Ah, okay. This is interesting. Moresby has an invasion force back this way, and all they have here is land craft. So their search segment, they can't spot my task force or my aircraft. Okay, so they go into their movement. They have an invasion force. So we're going to roll for their movement table. And they get a 3. And the 3 on the invasion force is 2 spaces. Okay, so Moresby, he moves 2 spaces. 1, 2. So he's right there at the island. Okay. I have a chance to do a reaction. And I think I don't have any aircraft to put up there to protect anything, so I have no reaction. He has no Japanese planes to launch, but he does at Moresby, but they're 1, 2, 3. Fighters, the bomber, 4, and a 5. I guess he could launch. Well, he didn't spot anybody, so no. So he doesn't see them, so he does not launch. Okay. All right, so that's going to make that a quick segment. There's no combat. There's no morale segment to do there. Logistics on coming out of truck. They would have had 1 carrier for Port Moresby. Trying to remember if he had that during the setup. So let's look here. I don't believe they did. Okay. So we go to my G1. So I could create a new task force, replace naval aircraft. If 1 carrier, nope, I can't replace those yet. Replace another land aircraft. Let's see if we got any more land-based. Yep, there's a Midway SBD. I'll put him out here. Okay. Now what do? We go to G2. I don't think there's any task force that I want to spot, so I'm going to do my signals intelligence and see what they're going to do on the next turn. It's going to be Port Moresby again. Oh, that little invasion force is going to come for some more. We go to G3, operations. He's not spotted, so I don't need to do any attacks yet. But I could move my task force out. He's not much. He's a cruiser, but if that invasion force moves down here, I could strike him. And that's really what I want to do. I think I'm going to leave them in place there and not move them. I want to get some of these ships moving over here. I'm going to bring Task Force 1 out here and that cruiser with Task Force 16. And then the next turn, I'm going to reorganize that task force. So I kind of got this crew building up here in case Midway comes alive again. So I'm trying to get something going here. All right, now we go to logistics, and we're going to try these 2 carriers again. So we're going to roll 2 dice. The white die is the Lexington, the black die is the Yorktown. 1 to 3s, no effect. 2 and a 3. Oh my gosh, I can't get a die roll today for this. And that ends that turn. Which brings up Moresby again. So, search segment, again, nobody to search for. So we go right into the movement. So the task force, it's an invasion task force. Here he comes. He is a 3. And a 3 is 2 spaces. So here he moves. 1, 2. We haven't spotted them yet, but there they are. Okay. I get my reaction segment. No reaction because he still hasn't spotted anybody. So he won't launch because there's nobody to launch against. No mutual combat, no morale, no logistics on that one. So G1 lets me reorganize my task force. So here I'm going to reorganize Task Force 16. The cruiser is going to join them. And Task Force 1 is going to join them. Which is another battleship. Right there. So I have 5 of the allotted 6 ships that I can have in that task force. I have a battleship, a cruiser, and 3 different destroyer groups. So I got a little power there now that I can use those guys for. Okay, now we're going to go Naval Air Search. And I have a PBY down here. So seaplane search. And a 1 to 4, he can spot that invasion force right there. Okay, so we're gonna roll. 1 to 4, we spot them. 3, okay. So we know what's in this little task force, this little invasion force. He's spotted now. Okay. All right. Brings me to operations. So my task force is moving here against him. And all these bombers are coming out here against him. Okay. So these are all going against the task force. And then we're going to have ship to ship going on. And on his ships are the 2 transports. So these are the 2 I want to eliminate because I don't want him coming down here trying to invade Australia. And on Task Force 17, I don't have any aircraft, but I have a cruiser and a destroyer. Okay. So we're going to do ship-to-ship battle. We're on G3 up there at the top of the board. Okay. He's going to attempt to launch his planes from Rabaul because once I moved in there, he became spotted. So let's see what he's got here. He's got a 0 and a bomber. And a bomber, and zeros, and A5Ms, which I believe are the Claudes. Okay, so now we got to roll to see if they're going to do anything. So we got land bombers. They're coming out after this Task Force 44, which only has, I looked at the wrong one when I looked at, only has a cruiser in it. Okay, so here they come. We'll start with the bombers. G4Ms, land, a 1-2, no launch. 4. So they're going after the task force. Okay, so he's coming, attack the task force, and now we have, nope, I put my counters in the wrong one. Okay, And now we have his G3M, a 6. So he's coming after the task force. Okay. And now his fighters. So land fighter, a 1-2 is a cap. So he stays back. That's good. He was the damaged one. Now we have the naval fighters. They did a 1. That's a cap. So they stayed back here at Rabaul. And now we have the A5Ms with the 3. And that's a land-based. They came on escort duty. Okay, so they're coming after my bombers. All right, here we go. Back to the combat sequence. We do the air-to-air step. Okay, well, he has attack of 1 to 2. So let's just see if he hits before I have to decide which plane he's going after. A 1, he does. So their priority for aircraft, air units attacking, be a torpedo bomber, I don't have any. A SBD, don't have any. A land bomber or PBY. So I have 3 of them. So we'll line them up like this. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, he's attacking the PBY. Okay, so he needs a 1 to 2 to hit. 6, no damage. And I get to fire back. I need a 1 to hit him. 5, no damage. Okay, air to air is over. Now we go anti-air. Okay, so he doesn't have any anti-air for me, but my task force does. And I have my cruisers, and they hit on a 1 to 2. So a 1 to 2, and he's going to try to hit the G3M bombers. 3, missed. Okay, so that's it for the anti-air step. Air naval step. Okay, here we go. Being as I'm attacking, I'm going to attack first. So I have these bombers right here. They need a 1 to hit. So 0 to 1. 5. And 0 to 1 for the next group. 4. And 0 to 2. Come on, somebody hit. 4. Nobody hits. So I couldn't hit his transports. It's not what I wanted with my planes. Okay, his bombers are coming in. They're attacking my cruiser. So he needs a 1 to 2. 6, nope. And he needs a 1 to 3. 6, no. Okay, so nobody hit anybody. That was that. Now we go surface engagement. Okay, those transports, they don't have anything. I have my cruiser right here. So he hits on a 1 to 3. So he's firing 1 to 3. 6. Are you crazy? Man. Nothing. Okay. And they don't do any amphibious assault. So everything goes back now. He goes back. All my land-based planes come back to Australia. His 2 transports go back. And his land-based planes go back to Moresby. Okay. All right. G4. So for my G4, we're trying to fix my aircraft carrier. So here we go. 1 to 3s don't do anything. White die is for the Lexington. Oh my gosh. 2 1s. I can't get any rolls. Can't get any rolls today. Okay. And that's it for Moresby. That one's done. Both these units are no longer spotted, but they will be as soon as if they become the active route. Okay. I think we'll call this, and I think I can get this done hopefully in one more turn. There's 3 chits left. Can't tell what they are. They're all 3 upside down. So depending on what we pull, but things are going pretty quick right now because I don't have a lot of attacking going on. So I think we'll call this one. We'll probably do one more round, and that we'll see how we end up in this game. So we're getting really close to the end now. So if you're new, hope you subscribe. I would appreciate it. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.